goblins!
Leave it to me.
Nicely done!
Perhaps you might join the fight yourself. Splendid.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
There's no easy thing. Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Let's get to work.
Ah, 'tis a relief to hear that Ulrika is safe. Mayhap there is aught I could do for her, pervasive though the Queen Regent's influence has become. My humblest thanks. You've proven a friend to Melv and me as well. It isn't much, but here, I would not see you go unrewarded for your trouble.
Just one last push. Done for the day. See if we get my wares.
Spend my life here if I could.
Oh, another day over.
Feel deary, you know. Now seems a fine time to sort through your belongings, Master.
Let's see. What can we do without?
I'm not taking any passengers just now. This ox cart's bound for... I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
I'll crush you if you pick that up fine.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm.
I will pull through yet. Look at this. Aught fell from the beast as it breathed its last. You're soaked. Do try not to catch cold. Ice's sting is yours to wield.
Well done.
This ain't good.
All right. Ah! How'd you like that?
And they're tired of this.
That was well fought.
Apologies, but I can't offer you...
You trying to make me lose my nerve?
Battle is best avoided.
I've a knack for combining materials that I hope you'll find useful. I'll craft aught I can using what's in my... Someone is looking this way. Is there aught about me that...
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty.
Here we go again.
Use a knack for drawing the enemy, Arisen. Try your lead.
Arisen! Are you all right?
It seems we have enraged our foe. Reckless opponents take the easy prey.
Understood. I grab hold of our foe! Let my magics grant you an elemental boon. Focus. A moment of indecision may spell our doom.
Ah, yes, now I see. Quite a view from up here. How high I can scale? I concur. Is this a challenge, Arisen, to see who can keep pace?
Let us endeavour to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot. Tis dark enough to warrant the use of your lantern, Master.
I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never fall in battle so long as I'm around.
I will protect you. You've been doused in oil. You must steer clear of fire. Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more? I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location? Follow me, if you would. Was excellent. I could have done no better.
I can do no less in service to the Arisen. That's a bad idea.
Here, an enchantment of cold to freeze our souls.
A battle avoided is a battle won, I suppose.
The Arisen has been torched! Quick! Douse the flames! My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait right there.
Sir, how can I be of it?
Have a gander at my wares. You shan't regret it. Need anything? Mayhap I can help, sir. Hope to see you again ere long.
I do so enjoy stocking up on supplies.
We mustn't overspend.
Goblins, Master!
We need not shrink from danger. We've the strength to prevail over anything.
As a matter of fact, curious thing, one of my former masters chose to hire only women. I wonder why.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. The fire must be put out ere our comrade burns!
I expect this would fetch a fair sum at market.
Perhaps fortune has deigned to aid us at last.
Hold fast, Arisen! I will be with you in but a moment.
Your magic's abated and must be recut.
These fiends will be truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair.
Well done! The Arisen has been drenched. I grant you roaring flame.
What say we get some rest? I'm not sure I could face a trek with my belly so full.
Good sleep is the key to a good adventure.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more? I cannot fault your prowess.
Guard all your wit. It won't make a difference when I've grappled you. See?
I appreciate it, truly. Here, it is the token of my heartfelt gratitude.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
Must we do battle amidst this dreadful downpour?
Focus. The skies aren't like to clear just because you grumble at them.
Hang in there, Master. I am coming to assist.
When tarred, be sure to avoid open flame.
It's really coming down.
I count myself fortunate to be washed of the filth of the road.
Caution is called for when crossing any bridge, regardless of its make.
It seems safe enough, at least.
Ice's sting is yours to wield!
You've my thanks. Take this with my gratitude.
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
Let us ponder how best to proceed. That was thrilling. I did not know I could feel so alive. Come on then. Let's dance. much of an adventure if all we do is make camp.
We shall be ill prepared for battle if we rest overmuch.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
Of course. Might I interest you in my humble wares? I'll get that for you. Might I interest you in my humble wares? You've my gratitude. Well met. Looking to make a purchase? Much obliged, sir.
Not buying? That's just as well. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
We cannot break it from this side.
Perhaps.
My back isn't what it used to be. Ought to take a moment to replenish my strength.
Giving me an achy back. Not much has changed since I was a girl.
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace discussing a curious rumor.
Oh, did it pertain to the Queen Regent and an important personage, perchance?
Indeed. Some suppose there is more to her relationship with this Batali dignitary than is publicly known.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to...
I'll have an early supper.
Now,
Good heavens!
where was I headed?
What to do?
Dead on my racket.
But I've much to do yet. Business could be better, but
Welcome. I'm just grateful I get to lead a
am I
quiet
shedding?
life.
Must be my winter coat throwing in.
Well met, sir.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Tis our duty to see this peace protected.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
'Tis not our place to hurry the arisen.
Welcome, sir.
Well met, sir. Who will it be, then?
Just one last.
I'm not sure what to do with myself today.
The latest tidings from Melv came as quite a shock. It's been decades since 'twas a tragedy to those who suffered the beast. I thought to myself, with the dragons coming, the Arisen shan't be far behind. An end to the age of proxies at last. And indeed, we have our sovereign, though he is yet abed, nursing those grievous wounds. Still, that I would see this kingdom restored to rightful rule in my lifetime, I could weep for joy. Always sets me to think.
What to do with that?
At least all my patrons have been kind so far.
It is quiet about.
This is too much for me, I fear. I cannot condone this.
Would that I had a helping hand.
A place to soothe the spirit.
I could use a bit of excitement in my life.
What do you take me for?
Nice place this. I'm in no hurry to leave.
Quiet places call to mind things I'd sooner forget. I shan't brook any boorish inquiries about my other patrons. Yours is a face I'll not soon forget.
I'll find myself a worthy patron soon enough. What is life without a little spice?
I should very much like to rejoin you, Master.
Quiet at last. I'd sooner stay out of battle, were it possible.
I've more time than I know how to spend.
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you.
Always a pleasure.
This looks as good a place as ever.
I know every place. All this walking has made my legs ache with fright.
Welcome to Bjorn's, and quality's what you need if you want to survive. So many thanks. I appreciate the business.
How might I be of service?
Places such as this nourish the spirit.
You seem in fine spirits.
I have no issue falling asleep, even at this time. Are we to depart at this hour? I cannot see why we should choose to stumble around in the dark.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
Ready to forge on?
What do you want to talk to me for?
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
The solution eludes me, but I'm certain there is one.
Can't help
Welcome.
see a turncoat on every face.
As a reward for your Majesty's efforts, you have been invited to attend the coronation. 'Twould seem congratulations are in order. You will, of course, require raiment befitting of the occasion. I would ask that your Majesty return once you've procured such attire. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. For some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign was recovering from his battle wounds. But as I hear it, he is now well enough to walk unaided. And so, in honor of his supposed valor, they have been holding masquerade in the palace of late. The false sovereign's identity is still beyond our ken. Even the matter of from where he hails remains a mystery. But mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings could afford you a glimpse into the man behind the mask. What say you, your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? My thanks. Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. I shall have them ease security. So pray, slip into the venue through whatever opening presents itself. Once your infiltration is successful, you will need only don a mask and act the part of an invitee. Few will think to be wary if they believe you a fellow masquerader. Here, this should suffice to help you blend in. Take care, Your Majesty. Ah, there is one other thing. Masquerades being as they are, you will require suitable raiment. Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers.
Anything?
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace, discussing a curious rumor.
Oh, did it pertain to the Queen Regent and an important personage, perchance?
Indeed. Some suppose there is more to her relationship with this Batali dignitary than is publicly known. Have we purchased all that we require? We ought to review the contents of our packs, just to be sure.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
Who there?
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
Try not to get hit, unless all that vim goes away.
Was excellent! I could have done no better!
I merely listened to commands.
Not a bad idea.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
I believe yon foe is drawn to light. We ought to extinguish our lanterns, lest we summon it unwittingly. Well done.
You truly are formidable, Arisen.
Dark enough to warrant the use of your lantern.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
My curative magics are at your disposal. They're right there.
One of us has been drenched.
this ox cart assailed. 'Tis in a dreadful state.
Wrought by the hands of brigands, or the claws of monsters.
One cannot be too careful.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master.
Enchantment of cold to freeze our foes.
Strike hard enough, and we might not have to do this twice.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
Understood. My knowledge from other worlds tells me that a forgotten riftstone lies near here. Shall I lead the way? Pray, follow me. I know the way, so there's no chance of our getting lost. We're here, Master. Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
Mayhap I'll buy myself a new sword next time.
As a matter of fact, one master I served was quite the carefree soul, shunning armor in all its forms.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
Are you in need of healing, Arisen?
I don't suppose begging for a reprieve would get us far with one of this lot.
By your leave. Going towards women is a moth to a flame.
Tendencies we might exploit, so do so. We to court danger.
Nothing bad talking to.
Stand and fight!
Prepare yourself! Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Still stand. A well-placed strike. Gazing skyward.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. Arisen, are you all right?
against a formidable foe.
Considering the might of our combined experience, what other outcome could there have been?
Slim pickings of late.
Always gotta be in the thick of things, mate. You'd best make yourself scarce.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations. You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you?
We are none of us alike in vocation.
'Tis a tad inconvenient that we can't share equipment.
Let us utilize our individual strengths wherever possible.
I grant you roaring flame.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
I say, we collect as much as we can carry. If no one will do it in my stead, then I suppose I have little choice but to obey.
I cannot fault your prowess.
Nice of you to say so!
You've been doused in oil. You must steer clear of fire.
Should you need to communicate in Elvish, pray call upon me. I would be only too glad to assist.
Master, I discovered a treasure chest hereabouts during my last journey beyond the rift. Shall I guide you to it?
The sky is radiant this...
We're here, and none the worse for wear. Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more? I am in awe of your powers of detection. Indeed. Good on you for being so observant.
Watch for the hobgoblin!
Fire's fury shan't be of aid against this foe.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Douse the flames before it is too late.
I'm going to endure this. Fall back, and I will heal you with my magics. Wait a moment.
Come on then.
Battle is best avoided here.
The enemy has called reinforcements. It seems they mean to match our might and strength of numbers.
Let me get that.
Isis' sting is yours to wield.
Feast your eyes on this!
Hold fast, Arisen! I will be with you in but a moment.
All you want. Won't make a difference when I'm cracking you. I espy a hobgoblin. Fire won't do much good here. Let's try a different tack.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. At once, Master. That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
Tremendous work!
Indeed. 'Twas enough to make one pity our foe.
Someone, help me!
Seems someone is in need of our aid. Can never be overtaken, as I say. You are correct.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Many thanks. Pray, take this, with my gratitude.
Arisen. Venom harpies! Avoid their venom at all costs!
Flame is its weakness! If we're to break it, it shan't be from this side.
Really now?
I'll go... and open the chest.
I must confess, naught rattles me quite so much as the unexpected snuffing of my lantern light.
I dare say that's part and parcel of the adventurous trade.
I've an inkling. This place will yield a rarity or two.
Well, well, that's quite a discovery.
Tis a ballista arisen.
Ha ha! I can think of all manner of uses for a contraption such as this. Might we not lay a trap for our enemies?
A solitary shard is good for little. We need to seek out more of these, if 'tis to be of use.
We must take care not to throw it away by mistake.
Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige.
I happen to understand Elvish, Master.
I'm saved. Thank you, Arisen.
Methinks this can only be destroyed from the other side.
Forgive me if I do not jump for joy.
Stay with me, Arisen. Wait a moment. My pack's grown rather heavy.
If you've anything edible, I'll gladly lessen your burden.
What are you doing? We've not been given leave to rest yet.
Leave it to me. I expect you'll be wanting my assistance. I shall remain by your side. There's ought to be found there. Can you not see it?
We ought to take a closer look. Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
This is generally used...
There's a cave in the vicinity that you've yet to explore. I can take us there, using knowledge I gained beyond the rift. Here we are. I never would have expected to find a cave in a place like this.
Might I recommend we venture inside before bandits find us?
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. It was excellent. I could have done no better.
Focus. The battle continues.
Not a bad idea.
is my first time clapping eyes on such an item. I expect my own master has yet to even discover it.
Bones! Walking bones!
Bolts of lightning shan't do us any good against it.
These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair.
Really now, what are you doing?
I could not help but laugh.
Here, an enchantment of cold to freeze our foes. Be mindful, there are leap worms about. My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait right there.
Any beast will grow ferocious when backed into a corner.
Shall I give it its comeuppance?
An obstacle. Blocks our way. Perhaps we might remove it by force.
If you need that destroyed, I'm your pawn. I expect you'll be wanting my assistance.
Yes, Master. I shall hasten to your aid.
This looks as if 'twould fetch a hefty sum.
Deeper pockets make for shallower troubles, they say.
The flicker of a shadow, the gleam of an eye, the echo of a footfall. If we hone our senses, no foe shall escape us.
Pray, speak up should you notice or to miss.
Hang in there, Master. I am coming to assist.
The same foe? Again? Ice's sting is yours to wield!
The Arisen has been caught. Quick, douse the flames! Well done.
This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
I'm in no need of a rest as yet, Master.
You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait a moment. Nicely done!
Take care where you place foot. A sharp incline is trying to throw off the balance as you
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon. What has stricken you, Arisen?
I shall see to it this does not happen again. Not waste this chance.
press home our advantage. Strike fast, and our quarry shall fall.
will not live to regret this!
And I will heal you with my magics. Wait a moment. I grant you fire's blaze! Use it well!
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself. Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
Sunset draws near.
Where we do not fall prey to enemy ambush.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Elelote an fear an osto silfa malantha alecano mine in fair avehum.
Getting proper rest is an important duty.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Off we go then.
Feeling rested, I trust?
Carilm, kemen rostindo non meltol. Morvea curuir. You're no elf. Halan lome meltol. Firnis nambawe. I am called Darren. My brother taught me to speak your tongue. So different from our own. Do you understand me? I learned the words, but this is the first I use them. Others of your kind have come here, but my people warn them away. Oh, but I cannot stay. I must, see to the Arbor Heart.
Cagnari.
Of late, the Arbor Heart is, unwell.
Nambawi alele a yabtelun.
Menet angadur Cindy. I have still Lalasta.
Lis, fin del nar.
Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside.
It's a vexing thing, communicating without a shared tongue. Would that we could find some common ground between us.
The elves are a people worth befriending. If we can but find a way to soften their hearts.
El, Nambawi.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
Vindamund. Jarmen ran soron.
Ac arume fa in iterond, etele el... Alia nun vinantai.
Nun ve oyon. Nefernis alifkil?
Arisen. I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more? I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location? Pray, follow me. We're here, and none the worse for wear. Oh, well spotted. I'm sure my master would be astonished to learn this is here.
An unlikely location for a path. Mayhap it leads to a hidden hoard of treasure.
Pray, keep your wits about you. We needn't go barging in. Now, what might that be?
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
One wakestone shard is a mere rock, but combined, they can work miracles.
We ought to keep it with care, lest we lose it.
Stay please, let us come.
Wait a moment. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Leave an opening. Focus your attacks.
The moment of victory is at hand. Let us finish it.
Understood. To the enemy's advantage.
Where the fiend attacks, they'll put you in a slumber, rendering you defenseless in an instant.
Indeed. To keep here is to court death, much is clear.
Menelume sur Carilm. Mor nun hiroth. Morfa erando.
These faces have grown mightily familiar.
'Tis well to have comrades one can trust.
To doubt my words is folly.
Tis quiet about.
What air could you want with me?
Well met. Looking to make a purchase? Much obliged, sir.
I do so enjoy stocking up on supplies.
We mustn't
Fancy a look at my wares? Always a pleasure.
ill afford to linger here. My fur stands on end.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
It's just another day, same as the one afore it.
Hail, Arisen! Do you remember me, perchance?
This is just what I needed.
My bed hurts, and I shan't resist.
I'm not interested.
Is this a challenge, Arisen, to see who can keep pace?
Let us endeavour to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Time to be heading
Nice place, this. May tomorrow be as uneventful as today. All the best sails.
Brought me some tales of your adventures, I hope?
I'm a tad busy at the moment.
Having more of these to hand ought serve us well in battle.
What say we pelt one at the next foe we encounter?
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
Master, I discovered a treasure chest hereabouts during my last journey beyond the rift. Shall I guide you to it?
You scared?
I'd sooner not battle those with whom we have no quarrel. They mean us harm. We can but defend ourselves.
There's no great shock to me.
I'm going to enjoy.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon. Incredible. Never have I encountered such a strategy.
Well, well. Colour me surprised.
You truly are formidable, Arisen.
Just about had it.
You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait a moment.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. It was most effective. Isn't much of an adventure if all we do is make camp.
Let us return once we've grown tired from our labors.
One of us has been drenched.
I grant you roaring flame.
Let me get that.
I am honored to be called to your side, Arisen.
I'm not quite as nimble as I'd like to be, but I suppose that's what I get for carrying so many things.
There's no spice as savory as eating outdoors.
It would have gone down even better if the area were free of monsters, but I suppose one can't have everything.
Aught fell from the beast as it breathed its last.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
We must not let down our guard.
Quickly, Arisen. You must regain your footing.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more? Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements!
I was so hoping you would visit. Is that strange? I was so hoping you would visit.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their costs.
What to make of this?
Stomach's complaining. I'll have an early supper.
Oh, sir, if you please, pray excuse my boldness, sir. I am but a humble maid in service to a noble household. Might I beg a moment of your time? My master is in need of aid, you see, and I'm hoping you'll consider offering your assistance. Oh, thank you, sir. You cannot imagine my relief. Might we continue this conversation somewhere more discreet? The matter it concerns is rather sensitive, and I would not risk being overheard. You will find my master's manor in the noble quarter. Pray, meet me there at your earliest convenience.
My head will roll if autos arrive. Mayhap I really would have been better.
This place is lovely. I might stay a while.
All this quiet makes me itch to cause a stir. Naught to look forward to, but a long day of
What did I do? You shan't hear me complain about an early repose.
Open your eyes, everyone. 'Tis dark out, but our day begins.
Step lively. Journey by starlight shall make for a nice change of pace.
Ready to forge on?
Where are you off to?
You!
My, I'm trapped like a rat in a cage. This Arisen's both shrewd and fleet of foot. What? Can't you think of a reason? I'd thought you were keener wit than that. Let's just say there are some who don't want you wandering about as you please. I was to report on your comings and goings, you see. But I suppose that job's over. Now you found me out? So, how about it, friend? Will you let me go? I've no reason to trouble you any further. Understandable. Still, no harm in asking, was there? Let's get this over with then.
Douse the flames before 'tis too late.
I shall hit the fiend in place!
Splendid.
I grant you fire's blaze! Use it well!
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
You there! Halt!
Shit! We're in for it now.
With all likelihood, he is an agent dispatched from Batal. Pray, let us handle the rest. We will hear all he has to say before the week is out. I bid you, wait till then.
Report to me if aught catches your eye. Yes, sir!
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
Barely slept a wink. It's been a long day.
I've more time than I know how to spend.
Oh, you came, sir. I must confess, I feared you would not. But I forget myself. You must be wondering why I asked you here. I should like to speak with an acquaintance of yours, a child with whom I espied you conversing. She is the spitting image of my young master, you see. 'Tis my hope that she might take his place for a time, thereby granting him a reprieve from his sorry situation.
Diana! Would you paint my mother a criminal? Ahem. Perhaps I ought to be the one to explain.
Young master, I meant no offense.
Diana has the right of it, though the situation is not nearly so dire as she makes it sound. I seek only the freedom to leave my own home. My mother is bedridden, you see, and her mind is not so sharp as it once was. Whenever I am absent, she grows terribly distressed. By leaving a look-alike in the house, I hope to ensure her peace of mind while I attend to matters of my own. Would you be willing to lend your assistance? Splendid! Thank you so very much.
'Twas in the slums that I witnessed you speaking with the girl. Would you be so kind as to bring her here?
Will someone do aught about this?
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Something smells divine.
Oh, it's not right. It doesn't make any sort of sense. The doctor examined him afore and said he'd be better with a bit of medicine. Yet e'er since he came here, he's only gotten worse.
I understand how you must feel, but you must see that your son's health continues to wane. There is no medicine that can heal him outright. He requires proper treatment. I am caring for him as best I can. I beg only for your patience. However, if you truly cannot entrust him to me, perhaps you would care to take him home with you instead. Mayhap convalescing in a place familiar to him would aid his recovery. Of course, I would be sure to visit him as oft as I am able.
Home, you say?
Dear, we are pressed enough as 'tis.
All right, he stays. But pray bring my son back to health.
I will look after him. I swear it. Sir, ought you not be in... Ah, forgive me. You're not a patient, are you? I suppose you must be a visitor. 'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Eleanor. I have the privilege of serving as abbess here. I regret that I cannot offer you a cup of tea, but I'm in the middle of making my rounds of the patients. Not to mention, I have to find the means to procure more medicinal ingredients. Oh. You wouldn't happen to know someone willing to brave the roads, would you? I know 'tis perilous, but there is one ingredient in particular we cannot afford to run out of. You would procure it yourself. I am grateful beyond words, sir. In that case, might I trouble you to bring me some miasmite? The slums are a bane to the body's humors, and its residents are oft prone to illness. We do what we can with what little we have, but we're always short on helping hands. Your aid is most appreciated, sir. May your search prove fruitful.
tell is, Maya's might can be harvested from phantoms, monsters that wander the world a night.
Yes, sir. You are most gracious.
Wickedness has no hold upon a tranquil mind. I'd sooner be home.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it.
Hoy, Arisen! I was hoping you'd come by, so I could thank you again for all your help. You really made a difference around here. Hmm? You wanted to ask me a favor this time? All right. How can I help? So, this noble boy wants me to pretend to be him? I'm not sure that'd work. I mean, I don't know the first thing about being a noble. Besides, are you sure we can trust these people? It all sounds a bit fishy to me. All right, I'll do it. But if I'm not very good at it, it's not my fault, okay?
Here to ask. Escort of me, are you?
It's been a hard day. Just remember.
Oh, what does this say?
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all... right on the roads, despite the hour. Much obliged. I fear I've no wisdom to offer.
Will someone do aught about this?
Mayhap I really would have been better off a baker.
Look, young master. She's here.
Indeed. I could be staring into a mirror. Diana, will you dress her and instruct her in her role?
As you wish, young master. This way, if you please, miss.
What a kindness you've done me. Now I can go and fetch a gift for Mother. I'm hoping a little cheer will aid her in her recovery. And a flower from Melv seems just the thing. And she was born there, you see. No doubt her days would be brighter with a memento of her old home by her bedside.
All is ready, young master. You need only finish your preparations for the journey.
You know, the roads around Melv are supposed to be really dangerous. I heard the safest way to get there is to carry something that reeks of Cyclops with you, because it'll scare all the monsters away.
The lands around Melv are rife with poisonous flora. I'd hoped to pack an antidote for the young master, but the shops had none to spare. 'Tis not only poison the plants inflict, but drowsiness besides. Might there not be a curative that accounts for both?
Well then, I must confess, I feel rather uneasy. This is my first time leaving the city. I only hope I've not forgotten anything of import. You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? Let's see. What? Ah, I almost forgot.
I hear the safest way to get to Melv is to carry something that
It seems Master Sebastian is lacking a few supplies. Shall we gather what springs to mind?
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared... all right on the road? roads, despite the hour. You know where to find me. The solution eludes me, but I'm certain there is one.
Quite the predicament.
I'll get that for you.
Well, then, I must confess, I only hope I've not... You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? My thanks. I'm certain these will come in useful. Now, I really must be going. Wish me luck.
Take care, young master.
Come back safe.
Thank you for your aid in all of this, sir. I shall see about procuring you a suitable reward, so pray do come visit us again.
Will someone do aught about this?
Sooner stay out of the battle, where it possible.
The hours seem to fly when
Tis quiet about.
Where was I bound again?
Naught of import ever happens here, anyhow.
I'm ill and he's here.
This place gives me...
Yes, sir. Have you procured what I asked? Unfortunately, I can give you little more than that. Forgive me, but I must return to my rounds directly. Ah, but in place of a reward, mayhap I could give you a tour of the premises. Only if you've the time and inclination, of course. What say you? Would you care to accompany me? As servants of the gracious hand, we provide whatever treatment we can to those unfortunate who are stricken by maladies. Yet, at times, 'tis not enough. Perhaps you will recall the parents who were here when you first arrived. An unfortunate pair. They've suffered no few hardships in the slums, and now even their poor son Lubomir has fallen ill. By chance, he was examined by a roaming man claiming to be a doctor. Yet, the family had not the money for the medicine he required. So, he was put into our care.
Always a fresh breeze blowing round. My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment.
Here he is. This young man is Lubomir. We've been administering the medicine recommended by the doctor who examined him, but he has yet to show any sign of recovery. To be perfectly honest, I doubt the soundness of that so-called doctor's judgment. After all, there is no shortage of ne'er-do-wells out there, willing to claim their medicine the only cure, that they might inflate its price. But I suppose I ought not say such things so openly. At any rate, I'd best continue on my rounds. Pray, stay as long as you wish. Come, come. We've medicine to prepare. We've enough to make a fresh batch now, thanks to a kind donation.
Psst! You there! Help me! Listen, the sisters here are good to us, but I'm growing weaker day by day. It started with a slight fever, and now I can scarce lift myself up. See that empty bed? An old man was lying in it till just a few days past. He told me he was feeling better, that he'd be well enough to leave anon. And now he's... Mayhap I'm just imagining things. I hope that's the case. And yet... something isn't right about this place. Pray, should you hear any queer rumors about the Gracious Hand, come tell me of them, won't you? I'd see to it myself, but I can hardly move.
Might you be a friend of Lubomir's? He's seen better days, hasn't he? There has been talk of sending him down to the basement, should his condition fail to improve. That is, the basement sick room, where our most critical patients convalesce under the abbess's care. None of the other sisters are permitted entry, including myself. Teles, she gives the patients a special medicine. I know not what kind. At times I hear strange cries and moans drift up from below. Which is to be expected. Those who come here suffer all manner of afflictions, you see. And yet, a part of me is afeared for them.
So, the worst of us are taken to the basement. Mayhap that's the source of the queer voices I hear at night. And none save the abbess can enter? If the Gracious Hand has a secret, 'tis the abbess who keeps it, I reckon. You've done this much for me. Would you be willing to go further? I must find out what goes on down there. You've my thanks. I just can't stomach the thought of lying here not knowing. Of course, all the better should your search come to naught. But if you do find aught amiss down in that basement, it must be the abbess's doing. Should you find evidence fit to implicate her, will you help me see to it that justice is carried out? See, I've already reported my suspicions to the Sentinels, and we've arranged a signal. If you apprehend the abbess, they'll know to come and arrest her. So I beg you, sir, find the evidence you need, if it exists to be found.
To get to the bottom of what is happening at the Gracious Hand, we shall have to acquire evidence of any misdeeds.
It is as you say.
How might we enter the basement sick room?
Not a bad idea.
Mayhap 'twould serve us well to track down the former patients mentioned in these records of treatment.
I suppose 'tis so.
Medicine? Medicine! Now! Now! Now!
I must be...
Kind of place, this.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Is it true you're the Arisen?
That's only, I seem to recall someone else. Just be sure you play your part. A fellow Drake or two, and I reckon you'll learn the...
Elena. Ah, yes. The Abbess of the Gracious Hand. A fine woman by all accounts. I was in her care once myself. But I must admit, I've always felt there's something off about her. You see, I was only a little under the weather when I entered her care. But then I started getting sicker and sicker till I was certain death would come for me. In the end, I survived, but methinks I was one of the lucky few. So many died down there. And once, I saw her, the Abbess, meeting with a strange man. She handed him a large parcel, all wrapped up, and he gave her something small in return. You'd think 'twere medicine, but I'd not have bought medicine from a man like that. He had the look of a scoundrel about him. They were whispering, but I did hear one of them say aught about keeping quiet. 'Tis well suspicious, eh? Where'd they meet? 'Twas in the square in the eastern part of the common quarter, and always a night, as I recall.
I want to go home.
Face it, no one's coming to my rescue.
I'm going to go exploring.
I'm aching for a fight.
Living's hard, but dreams are free, I say.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Here.
Aye, this is plenty. Lord Phasus is like to be in your debt. Nicely done. Suppose it can't have been easy to procure this much so quickly.
You suppose wrong. I command their full faith. 'Tis simple for me to extract what I require.
Ha! You're a fearsome one. Here's hoping I ne'er end up in your care.
Enough. I gave you yours, now you give me mine. I'd not be seen here with you.
Ah, of course. Wouldn't want to hurt the Lady Saint's image in the eyes of the common folk, would we? Here's your special medicine.
Glad we understand each other. Till next time.
Aye, be seeing you.
This is not the first we've heard of Lord Phasus. What could his aim be, I wonder?
How very peculiar.
This quiet makes me itch to cause a stir. Suppose I ought to earn my pay. All this surely doesn't matter. I barely drag my arse out.
Isn't there anything to do round here?
My legs are fair numb from walking about town.
fit state to perform.
Lots to do.
As I recall, the abbess met with that. The two shared a few whispered words.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Lady Eleanor's a goodly person. A saint-like. I wavered between life and death for quite some time in that basement sick room, and she watched o'er me through it all, bless her. Can't say as I miss that basement, mind. 'Tis an eerie place, dark and shadowy, filled with the moaning of the sick. Suppose 'tis only to be expected, given the state of those assembled. I'm sure I was moaning too.
What brings you here?
Now seems a...
What might you need? Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff.
Not half bad.
A tad rowdy, but I shan't complain. Go home and write down the
Wish I'd go on an adventure. What did I do to deserve this?
Suppose I can finish it tomorrow.
A short repose would do me a world of good.
I fear I've much to attend to.
A moment's prayer can do a world.
Perhaps you've a moment to spare, an ear to lend. I shall gladly aid you if 'tis within my power.
A moment's prayer can do a world of good.
You're back! Pray, tell me, have you found anything? I have noticed that the abbess goes out every night without fail. Perhaps you could wait for her to leave and slip into the...
What teachings myself?
Must we run everywhere? You are an impatient one, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
If I could, I'd never leave.
It's been a long day. Oh, could use a rest.
'Twas a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing.
Regarding the Queen Regent, and an important...
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right.
Shall we get some rest then?
Peruse at your leisure.
I've little enough gold to spend as tears.
Seems I'm not the only one who's too busy to rest.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
After you, Arisen.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. How extraordinary. Fine wares tonight.
Now...
All this hustle and bustle puts me right at home.
Well met, sir.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. As yes. Regarding your pursuer from some days past, as we suspected, he was indeed an agent from Batal. When he learnt of your Majesty's escape, He began inquiring after your movements. 'Tis a glad thing we captured him before matters escalated. As to how he learned your Majesty's location with such ease, I intend to extract the answers from him anon. I shall be sure to inform you when I do. Pray, take this. 'Tis the least I can offer for your Majesty's assistance.
So the agent was of Batal after all. 'Tis rather eerie that someone should be sent across the border to spy on you.
Well met, sir.
My bed.
Quite the predicament.
Our soldiers need better training.
Understood. I shall proceed ahead.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the arisen.
Greetings.
I regret to inform you that there is no masquerade scheduled for today.
Let's take it easy today.
Waiting on a
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Home at last!
Welcome home, young master.
Thank you, Diana. I am glad to be back. 'Twas a hard journey, but I found what I sought. A blue sunbright, the sigil of our house. I only hope Mother will be pleased.
Oh, a blue sunbright. I thought they were make-believe.
Oh no, they're quite real. Rather rare, though, and particularly to Melv. I'm surprised you've heard of them, to be frank.
Really? Well, there's a picture of one stuck to the inner cover of a book that was donated to the Gracious Hand. I asked Sir Kendrick about it. He told me the flower's name.
A picture, you say? How very odd.
I believe Miss Daphne is describing a bookplate. The book in question will have been a donation from this very house. Indeed, the mistress has been very generous in her support of the Gracious Hand over the years.
For true? Oh, I must tell her thank you.
I think I could arrange that. I'm certain my mistress would be delighted.
Yes. Well, as for me, I'm just pleased to be home safe and sound.
All this racket! What's going on? Good gracious, what is the meaning of this?
Oh, you must be the lady who's been supporting the Gracious Hand. Thank you ever so much for all you've done for us.
What precisely have you told this girl?
Not a word, mistress. I swear it.
Good. As for you, girl, you need not thank me. 'Tis the privilege of the nobility to help those who are less fortunate. Now, 'tis getting late. You had best be off. Do be sure to leave the house unseen. And fare you well, child. Know that where'er life may lead you, you may take pride in who you are. Come, Diana. I would speak with you alone. You have some explaining to do.
What was that all about? Mother seemed awfully perturbed.
I do wonder what that was all about, though I'm not sure we ought to pry.
This outcome has left me with much to ponder.
Quite the predicament.
Let me get that.
Look as long as you please. Any loose coin about? Enough to make you rich. Let's take it easy. Back to it. Suppose.
Getting proper rest is an important... Tis an odd thing to wake after the sun has fallen.
Shall we check our packs? Yeah.
Ready to forge on?
Quite the predicament. Such quietude is a blessing.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combination.
We shall await you here, Master.
Aye, what is it?
I don't think our sovereign's enjoying himself.
The better.
I could use a bit of excitement in my life.
Have you heard? There's to be more restrictions on goods traded with Batar. Apparently, even privately owned items.
When does my watch end?
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour will be right.
In here.
I've been here the whole time.
Open up! Open this door right now. Coming in.
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playground? Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on, then. Keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty. Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check. Lest you forget, these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, as you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phasus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. Come see me in my bordlery, whene'er you're so inclined. I'll instruct my attendants to send you straight to me.
At last! 'Tis a relief to be at your side again, Master.
Our party is reunited. Surely we can ask for no more than that.
There's a ladder here.
We ought to put it to good use.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen... Well, well. He is merely Disa's puppet, then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of her schemes. Even were he to be removed, I suspect some other would simply be made to take his place. But if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. Phasus, was it? He seems a man of import, and yet I have never heard of him. Pray, allow me to investigate this matter further. You've done well, Your Majesty. Thank you.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this Phasus fellow. But what precisely is their aim?
How very peculiar.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are while examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds. I made a curious discovery. For some time now, it seems, she has been diverting a veritable mountain of gold to the daily purchase of sweet crown flower. What's more, this inexpedient spending habit is recorded to have begun the very day on which Arthur, the would-be arisen, appeared on the scene. This cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude that these sums are passing into the hands of Arthur himself. Yet 'tis strange, for sweet crown flowers only grow on the eastern edge of Vermund. I dare say 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge will guide us in our pursuit of the false sovereign. 'Tis a frail hope, to be certain. Yet all the same, I would ask that Your Majesty venture to Vermont's eastern edge and probe into this young man's origins. I am glad to hear it, for I cannot shake the feeling that uncovering the identity of the false sovereign is the key to unraveling Disa's scheme and securing your enthronement.
That man just now seemed rather on edge. What could he have seen here to inspire such suspicion?